starvation is absolutely genocide. When a body does not get the protein, fat, and sugar it needs, it cannot grow, replace, or repair itself. Every cell, including those in our brains, eyes, and muscles, and the heart is constantly working muscle, need energy in the form of calories in order to work. When no calories are coming in, our cells signal to each other in ways that break down anything that can be used, including skeletal muscle and any fat stores. In order to prioritize continued survival of the heart and brain, our bodies also constantly require micronutrients such as iron, calcium, vitamin A, and vitamin D. Without energy and these key ingredients, immune systems collapse, allowing simple diseases to destroy cells that already have no energy to fight. The ability of blood to carry oxygen is impacted, further weakening the entire system. The delicate cells that are the photoreceptors in our eyes die off. The ability of the body to maintain homeostasis, that delicate balance of functioning through changes in weather and in times of stress, is dramatically weakened. Pregnant people and children are the most vulnerable. With higher caloric needs in order to grow and develop, not having regular access to food will stunt everything. Miscarriages and stillbirths are common as the maternal body must look out for its own survival first. Babies born to starving people have a much higher chance of major birth defects, including spina bifida and congenital blindness. Starving children do not grow as they should, and the neurocognitive development that happens in childhood cannot progress normally and is irreparable. And these are the shorter term effects. Scientists have tragically had opportunities to study the survivors of artificial famine across the world. With the survivors of the 1945 Dutch famine, the Leningrad siege, and populations in China. Those who survived to the end of a starvation period face refeeding syndrome in the immediate aftermath. Bodies that are not used to breaking down food cannot immediately go back to handling complex metabolism in any kind of significant volume. Long-term, people who have experienced starvation for a prolonged period have a shorter life expectancy, have more mental health and cognitive issues, remain at increased risk for more severe infectious diseases, and are at higher risk for cardiovascular disease and early onset of osteoporosis, and have lower socioeconomic status than their peers, despite controlling for other factors. We're a bunch of scientists. Thank you all for continuing to listen. Studies have also uncovered effects on the next generations, born after the famine period, including kidney issues and altered eating patterns that impact health permanently. It is absolutely a vicious cycle that keeps people desperate and unable to effectively change their situation. It is no surprise that this is particularly useful to colonizers and occupiers, and so despite having an understanding of the impacts of starvation on individuals and societies, it is intentionally perpetuated. The genocide in Palestine is not just bombs, not just bombs and snipers. It absolutely includes starvation and water deprivation and the destruction of systems of healthcare and humanitarian aid. So many people around the world are fighting to end the genocide to get to a point where we can all stand with Palestinians around the world and demand the right to return, the right to self-determination, and we cannot allow starvation of a people to proceed. Those who are allowing this to happen are starving themselves in ways they are either refusing to understand or intentionally but stupidly sacrificing one thing to temporarily benefit their small part. Humanity as a whole will not survive this for long, any more than an individual can survive prolonged famine. We have to stand with our family marching to Gaza, sailing to Gaza, taking huge risks and or sending money and resources, and we all have to do it together. Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Let's give it up for Jen and the healthcare workers one more time. Thank you. Who's ready to march? Let's hear it again. Who's ready to march? That's right. Thank you all so much. We're just going to go over a few things about the route and security before we get going here. So to begin with, our full route today is a 3-mile loop. We are going to end back here. So if you park nearby, you'll be able to get to your vehicle. We're going to start walking down this path, and we're going to loop around towards the art museum and come back along the front of the path over there. So just follow the lead of the marshals and the people at the front of the line. We will also have options if you only want to walk 1 or 2 miles. We will have people available at those points to walk people back here if you don't want to do the full route. Totally fine. Just let us know when we get to that point. We'll flag them for you. I do want to note Now also, if you don't want to march at all, there will be people here with activities. We just ask that you wait for us to get back so that we can all be together at the very end. One note, if you are walking the full 3 miles with us, there is a short portion that is unpaved. There's no sidewalk next to the road. Our marshals will keep you safe, but if you have a stroller or you don't feel like walking on that unpaved portion, flag a marshal. They're the people in the yellow vests. Marshals, can you raise your hands? Yes, just flag one of them, let them know you want to cross the street to the sidewalk, and we'll escort you and bring you back when the sidewalk starts again on our side of the march. Our marshals will be flanking the march on both sides, so stay between them. They'll let you know if you're getting a little bit too wide, but we're intending to stay on the sidewalk or the grassy areas next to it the entire time. We will not be in the street. Important message here, please do not engage with anyone looking to argue, anyone who's trolling us. We are not here for them. We are here for Gaza. We are here to amplify the demands of substantive aid to end the genocide and arms embargo and to free Palestine. We are not wasting our time with garbage human beings, okay? If you do run into any issues, people who won't leave you alone, you need help, you rolled your ankle, anything like that, please flag one of the marshals in the yellow vest and we can get you help. Also important, do not talk to the police. We have people assigned to talk to the police. If they approach you, point them to a person in a yellow vest. They will get the person to them. The police are not our friends. They're not going to keep us any safer than our trained marshals will. We do not talk to the police. If they approach you, please notify one of the marshals. We have water and snacks. Please grab some to bring with you to make sure that you're staying hydrated and safe. They're on the picnic tables over here. We also have some signs on the picnic table. If your hands are empty, please grab a sign. We'd love to have those walked with us. And importantly, some folks may have brought their own, but we also did grab a few pots and wooden spoons. We are choosing this as part of the visual today because maybe many of you have seen the images of children carrying empty pots in search of food in Gaza, so we want to evoke that. Especially if you have children, we would love to have them carry the empty pots with wooden spoons. If not, that's totally fine. We can have anyone carry them as well. Yes, and the water jugs over here. There's 2 on the table. I think there might be others. We're carrying those as well to symbolize no water available in Gaza. For anyone who's staying here, we are going to have face painting at this table starting shortly for kiddos or adults. I mean, shoot. If you want your face painted as an adult, that's great. It will be over here on the table. And we also have DIY kite kits. So again, kids or anybody can decorate a kite. They'll be at the picnic tables here. We have paint as well and some like markers, so you can do that. And they are functional. So if you take one home, make sure you take the string and the handle with you as well. That being said, we're gonna start lining up in a second here. So grab your signs, get ready, and we'll call you over to line up on the sidewalk shortly. Thank you.